Well, hello there and good morning. This is my first day of 2 days that I have my studio open for people to come and visit. It's really exciting. I'm a part of the annual Open Studios program here in Melbourne. If you've been following me or my channel, you would have seen me spruiking it over the last month, but really only in the last couple of days have I got myself into action. I've had lots of thoughts, but really only managed to get things going in the last couple of days. But I'm really happy with how I have everything set up, and I can't wait for people to come through and see my working space and see some of my illustrations. And I'm really looking forward to meeting people and having a chat. But if you are not in the area, I thought you might like to get a little bit of a tour. I've never done a studio tour on my channel before, so I thought this might be a perfect opportunity to take you on a little bit of a wander through my space, and you can see how I've got everything set up. So we might go out the front and start from the start. So it all starts here on the street with appropriate signage to point people in the right direction. And there's a fantastic app that the people who've organised this Open Studios program that shows where everybody is located and what sort of work that they do. So I'm hoping that it will lead lots of people down this path and up the stairs. And welcome. Please come in. So this is my space. It's really my cute little house that I'm renting at the moment. And walking in, I'm hoping people will sign up. First of all, just keep track of all of the visitors. We can work out how popular this program is. There's a few of my postcards there that people can grab if they like. Because this is my living space as well, I've had to be very careful about making sure people understand not all parts of the house are open for the tour. And as you walk in, you are greeted by some of my illustrations, some of them old and some of them new. Hello, Barney. Barney's going to be very freaked out today with lots of people visiting. I'd be surprised if I see him again until this afternoon. So you might recognise some of these more recent pieces. There's Weird Fishes and Paranoid Android. And here's a couple of ones that I did in a series on the zodiac symbols. I didn't quite finish it, hoping that I will at some stage. There's Aquarius and there's Pisces. Here's a lovely kind of Dr. Seuss almost inspired house in a tree on a twisted hill. And the River Spirits one, which is kind of constant work in progress really. At some point I'll put the brushes down on this one. It's getting very, very close. And I don't know if you can see with the reflection, but this is a very early piece of mine. Bam Furlong, for you Lord of the Rings fans out there, you might recognise Farmer Maggot as he confronts one of the Black Riders. There's the audacity to ride through his farm. And also another earlier piece which I found as I was digging around, and there's Bilbo. Invisible, looking at Smaug as he lies on his golden treasure. So that's an old piece, but I thought it would be nice to include that to show. So as you walk in, you'll see that there are signs too. There is silverpoint and life drawing. I need to make sure people understand. They might see some naked people. There's tea and there's coffee and there's free stuff. So we might go this way and we'll leave the studio part for last. So I've got this section all set up to display my some of my life drawings. I've got so many over 12 plus years of being involved in life drawing. Here's my fantastic collection of things that I get to take along each night with my charcoals and my pencils and other bits and pieces. And I've just got a selection of things just laid out for people to be able to have a look at. Again, if you've been following on my channel, you'll know I'm a massive lover of life drawing. It's a really important part of my week, and I've absolutely love the sense of community that's built up over that. So hanging from these racks are a number of different drawings that people can peruse at their leisure. It's one of my favourite pieces there. So lots of life drawings there for people just to have a look at. This part here is my silverpoint section. I've even got a little bit of information there about silverpoint for those of you who are curious. And I've got a few of the pieces on display. I do love silverpoint. I love the fact that there's a bit of delayed gratification with silverpoint, because over time the silver tarnishes and it starts to change colour. And this is a current piece I'm working on. I think it's still a work in progress, but you can see it looks sort of like a little bit like graphite, but it's much finer and much spidery lines, very delicate lines. And with all of these reflections, it's going to be really hard for you to see. But this is quite an old piece of mine, but you can see how it's changed, how it's tarnished, and it's starting to turn. I really love that. And that's got lots more to go too. So this is the silverpoint section, and I've included some of the implements there. And all around the place too, I've got a little bit of information on prices and whether things are for sale or not. I have no idea if anybody would be interested in buying anything, but on good advice, I was told you should have some things priced so people can buy something if they want to. This is the free stuff and some other prints for sale station, and a place for people to make tea and coffee, help yourself, and lollies. I don't know how long those are going to last. I've got some free stickers in a bowl. I've got some more of my postcards out, and I'm hoping people will take those. And I managed to get in the post yesterday, just in time, a couple of samples of some giclée prints of my most recent illustrations, Weird Fishes and Paranoid Android. So those are there as samples, and if people are interested in purchasing them, they can sign up on the order form and let me know. All right, so this is the kitchen station, and let's head to the studio. So back outside, there's a lovely little circuit you can do in this place. I really love it. Into my studio. And look, it's a pretty cute and cozy little space. Actually, I might come at it from this side so you can see over here. So I've got up my little digital station set up. Hey, there's me with one of my channels on just looping on one of my videos, and a couple of my iPads are going, ready to show off some of my illustrations that I do in Procreate, and then on the computer monitor I've got a little bit of a slideshow going. And on the walls here are some more pieces. Again, a very early piece. I'll try and get the reflections right on this one. So there's Gandalf meeting Bilbo in chapter 1 of The Hobbit. That one's for sale. I'll be sad to see that go if it does sell. And some more of my Zodiac series. So there's Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, and Leo. And then hiding down here is Sagittarius. And another piece that's it's a little old too. It's probably 6 or 7 years old now, but I really like this piece. Very fine, Art Deco inspired, as you can tell. Pen and ink with a little bit of a watercolour wash to fill in. I have some of my weapons, my art weapons out. So here's my brushes and the paints that I'm regularly using. Over here, a collection of all sorts of things, not the neatest space, but I can find what I need. I inherited some fantastic boxes of Copic markers from my auntie, bless her, and lots and lots of coloured pencils. Got lots of old sketchbooks here. I was going through those. There's so many of them that are just half full. That's what tends to happen with my sketchbooks. A couple of references there, and a lot of my inking type things are up here. And this is my most recent addition to the studio, this lovely drawing desk with the angled top. And I've just got a few examples of some work out on there for people to have a look at as well, including a work in progress, the next in the series after Weird Fishes and Paranoid Android. I won't tell you the name of that one just yet. So yeah, this is, I really love this space. As you can see, it has beautiful access to the garden. Window and door is open because it is spring, sun is shining, and yeah, that's it. That's the full tour. I'm hoping I'm going to see lots of people coming through that door. I'm really looking forward to inviting people into my space, having lots of cool conversations with other art-oriented people. And I'll report back and let you know how it all goes. Wow, what a rush. That's 3 days that have gone past in an absolute blur. Friday was setting up my house as a gallery and studio space, and Saturday and Sunday opening the doors for people to come through and see some of my work and talk about some of the way I create my illustrations, but just to talk about art and talk about their art and what creates, what things inspire them in the creative space. I met lots of people. I met some neighbours I hadn't met before. I had family and friends come past, of course, but I met lots of new people, and in particular lots of young artists. Some you know, as young as 9 and 10, and some teenagers too. They came along with their parents. They were coaxed out of their shells to talk about their own little art journeys, and there's some beautiful work that they were doing, and I could see that they were inspired by what they were seeing, but they were also extremely talented in their own right, and it was really nice having those conversations with them. I enjoyed talking about silverpoint and explaining what that process was. That seemed to fascinate people a lot, and life drawing, and pen and ink and watercolour and digital art, and it was just fun. I was in my element, and I even sold some work, which was a crazy afterthought of mine. I didn't put a price list together until the last minute. But it was just a wonderful experience, and if you're an artist who's ever thought about doing something like this in your own art community, I cannot recommend it more highly. It's a wonderful way to create connections with your art community, and to be inspired in your own way, just through these fabulous conversations. So I'll definitely be wanting to do this again next year. I had a bit of a free swing, being the first time that I was doing an open studio. I could just bring out a whole backlog of work and curate it and decide what to show. Next year I'll have to have some new things to show, but I'm sure I will be motivated to do that. So that's, yeah, it feels like it's come and gone so quickly, but I'm just again so pleased and thankful to have been a part of that program. Simple pleasure this week is just those incidental conversations that where you get to know a little bit about what motivates and inspires people in their own creative spaces. See the little glint in the eye and see that connection about shared passions. Yeah, it's just a great part of being a part of an art community. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be. I'm thinking maybe another process video, potentially another how-to come draw with me, or maybe even another sketchbook tour. But right now I'm just really happy that you get to see my studio you get to walk through and see my creative space, and that I get the chance to diarise this wonderful experience of being part of the Open Studio program. So I will see you hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. See ya.